wannabe, you just a bad wannabe. She like it how I move. Yeah, I'm in my back, she in hers too. Don't get confused, I'll send a nigga to God, it ain't no rule.
Hey y'all, it's Cece. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new, thanks for tuning in. Today what I'm going to be doing is a soft lock tutorial. It's just something real cheap, easy, and light on your head during the summertime because it's hot. We don't want to be hot, okay? What I use is this RedOne hair gel, and I love this. It definitely gets the job done. I'm on my last 2 locks, so I just part those off. Do my edges before I do the last 2 braids, because you know you gotta pull out some hair. If you can look into my parts, you could tell that they're messy. I don't like clean parts, not clean parts, but like box type parts. I don't like that. I like mine to be messy, and I like them to look like real locks, so that's why mine are kind of different sizes. So this is definitely the easiest part of doing this hairstyle. You just want to part your hair and braid it into a plait. Make sure when you're braiding it close to the end, because you don't want it to be loose. You want the braid to be tight so you can add the lock to the end of your braid to give the lock extra length. So for the brand of locks, I use Freetress Braid 26-inch Distressed Loc. Of course, you're going to need your crochet needle. And I use the end of my comb to open up the loop in the lock to make the loop a little wider because the loop was pretty small. So you just want to make sure that the loop gets through the crochet needle smoothly as possible. So right here, what I'm just doing is putting the needle through my braid. And then I just take the loop and I put the loop around the crochet needle in the little circle part. So once I do that, I just close the little tab thing on the crochet needle, and I just make sure the crochet actually gets through the braid without it slipping out. Then I pull the lock through the braid, and it should look something like that. So once I do that, I open up the loop again because it's going to get a little smaller. And then you just want to make sure you put the braid, your plait, through that little loop from the lock. Once you do that, you just pull the lock through the braid. Now I'm just repeating it on my last braid. And this is just a little close up on what I did to the previous one. Hopefully this helps. This is a really easy hairstyle if you already don't know how to do it. I haven't seen a lot of people do it this way. It's like 6 in the morning when I recorded this, so I look gross, but I'm gonna be a bad bitch. Just wait on it, okay? Do this hairstyle all summer. You're gonna be a bad bitch, guaranteed. Next, I use this Freetress Braid Pre-Fluffed hair, and I use this to wrap around the lock. It comes in like a little bundle, so you want to pull it and separate it into 2. And when you separate it into 2, it should look like this, a little thinner. Just make sure you cut all the flyaways at the end away. This is kind of complicated. It's probably the hardest part of this whole hairstyle. So I find it easier to wrap away from my face if the braid is towards my face. So I take the hair and I make one side longer than the other. This shorter side is going to go up against your braid and your lock. I take my index finger to hold that short side of the hair in place while I wrap around the root of my hair about 3 to 5 times. I like mine to look a little more distressed, so I wrap slightly tighter at the top, like I said, 3 to 5 times. And once I make my way to the mid bottom of my braid, I like to start wrapping looser, so it's not just looking super skinny and super tight And when you're doing this, it may seem harder, but once you continue to do more, it'll become easier. You just really gotta like trust the process, girl, cause this shit is easy for real. It's not hard, and you just gotta be able to wrap. That's the hardest part. So once I get to the end of my braid, I start wrapping freely because I want it to look a little more like the lock that's at the end of my braid. After I'm finished wrapping, I just take my hands and I rub it against the lock, the whole entire lock, for more of a distressed look. So right here, I'm just giving y'all a little close up to make things easier on the wrapping technique that I use. I bought 3 packs of the Pre-Fluffed hair, 3 packs of Locs, and I only use 2 of each. So this is such a cheap hairstyle for the summer to save you some coins, honey. So right here, after I do this, I just like to cut and clean up anything that is like a flyaway that makes the locks look a little too distressed. Yes, guys, so these are my parts and I love them. This is how it looks. The length on me is pretty long. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Bye.